Okay, hello everybody. Well, it is about 8 months since this last episode here on building magical products. And where we last left off was we were talking about stretching ourselves, moving into the healthcare space, professional services. So over that time period, what I did, and something that you can do, is I basically had one idea, which was I wanted prove something that a single individual can be self-sufficient on the internet. And so what I focused on primarily was distribution channels, go-to-market, user acquisition, customer acquisition. And over the coming months, I'm going to break all of that down for the one subscribers, the learn subscribers, and put that in here. So basically it's going to be like the background between what I've been showing, the rest of the world. So this will teach you how to do that and all the little tiny steps in order to do what I've done. And so there's been one very big thing that I wanted to do, which was I want to keep it as inexpensive as possible and cheap, and requiring you not to have to learn development skills or crazy skills. Which basically makes it accessible and means that pretty much anybody could do it, right? As long as you have an internet connection, a computer connected to the internet, and then access to some tools, and tried to keep the cost down. I've used everything myself. Excuse me. So everything that I'm going to show you how to do, I've used exactly myself to do it from scratch, going from 0 to 4,000 podcast subscribers, unique IP addresses, RSS subscribers in 3 weeks. I created a 6-second short looping video that got 21,000 views in the first hour on YouTube. I've distributed text, audio, video, email, blog, podcast, and I've tried a bunch of different content scenarios, all the different social networks, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, more to come in that space on Twitch and Roblox even, Rec Room, stuff like that into the metaverse. And so the whole idea was can we find a way to give anybody the tools for maybe a couple $100 a month in order to set up shop on the internet and start creating things with an asset back that can help you be self-sufficient. So, I tried to stretch myself with healthcare, and some of the stuff I've been thinking about is more mental health rather than physical health, like my arm's broken, right? Because I think that is the archaeological dig, the biggest adventure that any of us can go on. And it's become such a bigger known thing after a couple years in COVID and lockdown that people are starting to pay attention to it. So I've talked to a psychologist every week. I'm dog fooding it myself. I'm using it myself. And so I think some of those internal battles that you will face, I'm trying to create tools to help you overcome what seem to be, in our minds at least, Grand Canyons, gigantic gaps. How do I jump across this space? I mean, think about Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, right? This key scene at the end of the movie where Indiana Jones was standing on this precipice and there's this gigantic valley and then a door on the other side, and it says, "Faith, just step." And he's like, there's nothing there to catch me. And so I think I've been trying to create tools, both music, playlists. I've called it the Innerverse instead of the metaverse or the multiverse. So can we create bridges for ourselves and a community I've started building as well of trusted people that I've been in battle with, or I've known a long time, where I trust that they're really good, solid folks, and you can trust them too in case you need things. And so eventually over time, I think we'll bring all of those things together, those people, those tools, the instruction booklet, and we'll figure it out together, right? I don't have all the answers. I've figured some stuff out. I'm going to give you what I've got, but I think a lot of that learning is going to come from, you you shooting me an issue, I'll shoot it back with like, hey, try this, have you thought about this? Or like, I did this thing in the past and this was the result, but you know, things change, everything's changing all the time. Or, hey, I know this girl or this guy or this like other resource that we could tap into, let me just shoot an intro. And hopefully that can help get each of us past the hump. So then it's like, why am I doing this? Can you trust me? If you don't know me, right? Some of you might, some of you may not. I hope you can trust me. I'm trying to do things to prove that I am trustworthy. I'm not perfect. I'm a human, flaws, you know. I go through my own garbage every day. But I keep pushing, right? Like I want to just keep going. And I think the whole thing for me, at least, is that this is my hobby. This is my entertainment. This is my job. And I've always felt like, I wrote this a long time ago in a blog, that if you're fortunate enough to have knowledge or skill or wisdom, you have a responsibility to pass that along. Our species, our human species, is the only reason we are where we are today is because we've passed our knowledge along, and then the people, the generation that comes after us, are able to use that as a springboard to go past it. So you don't have to figure out 1 through 24. You can like skim those and go straight to 25, and you're not like ping-ponging around trying to figure out each one of these steps. They've already been built. So like, hurry up and climb 1 through 24. Now start building 25, and then if all of us are doing that on like each rung, then we're going to start like super accelerating what we can do. So I'm sort of in the mindset, like, build things that help people, right? And I want to have, and I think we should have a positive impact on the planet, on society, on ourselves, on each other, and just do things that help people instead of hurt people. And that's that forcing function. So yeah, and then I've got 2 things here. This is like my crazy. I don't know where these came from. I think they were a gift, but those are my positive like sound vibrations. So there you go. We'll leave it with positive sound vibrations, and more to come. Watch this space. Stay tuned. Smash the like and subscribe button, whatever it is we're saying on the internet these days. And yeah, I'll be here. I've been on the internet for 30 more years, as long as it's been around in popular culture, and I'll probably still be here until the end. So give me a shout. I want to see what you're building. Let me see what you're building, and we'll do some cool stuff together. All right, that's it. And I'm using Loom right now to record this, in case you're interested. It's a cool, neat little app. You can record higher res.